it is Wednesday. I hope you had yourself a good Tuesday. I did, and I know I said that we were going to do something fun on Wednesday, but we had to take a stop in Crazy Town before we got to the fun stuff, and of course, Crazy Town never ever disappoints. So, what are we looking at today? Well, a while back in San Francisco, they thought it was a good idea to decriminalize petty theft. What do I mean by this? If someone steals under $950 worth of goods, it is considered a misdemeanor as opposed to a felony. And then the police proceeded to tell everyone that don't bother contacting us. If it's not over $950 worth of stolen goods, do not bother even calling us. We will not respond to the call because there are crimes elsewhere that are more important. They do not have the manpower or the resources to deal with it. So that's why they decriminalized all that shit. Do you want to know who heard the cops loud and clear? The criminals. They heard that shit loud and clear. You don't believe me? Watch this.
Call 911. Wow.
The dude literally went into Walgreens in broad daylight in front of everyone and stole that shit. Nobody stopped him. I'm just gonna let this roll while I talk because this is insane. This is insane. Who the hell thought that this was a good policy? Look at that shit. Look at that shit. He literally just strolled into Walgreens, took what he wanted, and left. And the person that's the security guard, this was at most what he was able to do. Now, I don't work at Walgreens, but from what I understand, they're very limited on what they can do. Okay, someone told me that they cannot actually physically stop anyone. You know, they're just supposed to report it. But who are you supposed to report it to? When the people that you are supposed to be reporting it to has told you, do not bother calling us because it's not worth our time. Over 5 years, they've had 17 Walgreens shut down and left town because of shit like this. And they're not the only ones that are suffering. This is happening to everyone. You know why he brought his fucking bicycle into the fucking Walgreens? Because he didn't want his shit getting stolen. You think that bike's worth $900 or $900 plus dollars? No, he doesn't want his shit getting stolen. Even the criminal is like, well, I better keep my shit near me because I don't want to get jacked. Could you imagine calling the cops after someone broke into your house, stole your stuff, and then you had to tell them the worth of that stuff, and if it didn't meet $1,000, they hung up on you? They're literally told not to interfere. If it's under a certain price tag, do not bother calling us. We won't respond to it. And the only people that are taking that to heart are the criminals. They just been taking whatever they want. Look at this piece of shit. Look at this brazen piece of shit. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that he's being recorded. Does he look concerned about going to jail? Honestly. Does that man look concerned about going to jail? No. He's not concerned. How many times do you think that he has done this and got away with it? You don't get this bold without doing it multiple times to the point where you are safely aware of what the outcome is going to be. I imagine the first time he tried to pull this stunt, his heart was about to jump out of his chest. But this is probably like his 10th or 20th rodeo. And nobody stopped it. And the cops are saying, well, you know, if it's not over $950, we ain't gonna do shit about it. Don't bother calling us. I am so glad I live in Texas. We don't put up with this shit. This shit would not fly here. That guy would have been behind bars. I really feel bad for the people that live in San Francisco because they're the ones that have to deal with this shit every day. They have to deal with motherfuckers like this stealing people's stuff, and because it didn't reach a certain dollar amount, the cops just threw up their hands and they walked the fuck away saying, don't bother contacting us. I told you, Crazy Town, USA does not disappoint. It's Crazy Town, USA, San Francisco. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. Never in my life have I seen someone so brazen as to steal shit, knowing that there is not a damn thing anyone is going to do to stop them. And of course, it's just going to keep happening. Nothing's going to change. This video isn't going to change anybody's minds. They're not going to suddenly reverse course. They're just going to keep letting this shit happen. Because they don't really care. I mean, it's not their neighborhood, is it? And they're not dealing with this shit in their fucking neighborhoods. I'd love for this shit to fucking actually wash up on a politician's door, where someone would, break into their fucking house and steal just under $950 worth of goods, so the cops could throw up their hands and say, sorry, we can't help. Something tells me that those laws would get fucking repealed really fucking quick, wouldn't they? That's why I hate politicians. I hate politicians, because this shit isn't coming to their shore. It's only when it shows up on their fucking doorstep are they even remotely interested in doing anything about it. But of course it's not going to, because they live far enough away to where this will never affect them. That's why I fucking despise politicians. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. I'm sorry that it was a rant and it was just nothing but this piece of shit, looping over and over, but it was only 21 seconds, but it was more about the rant than anything else. All I can tell you people is, you better arm yourselves. Okay, cops ain't going to protect your ass. They're not gonna stop anyone from trying to steal your shit, because it's just not worth their time. See you people on Friday.